Rockstar just dropped an absolutely massive newswire article telling us all of the quality of life and gameplay changes that will be coming to GTA Online this Tuesday with the Mercenary updates. A lot of these are awesome, like really things we've been requesting for years. Some of them have me scratching my head, so you're gonna want to watch it all. So let's have a look. And Rockstar assures us all at the start saying all of these upgrades and changes will be coming to all platforms. So last gen and PC players, you'll be getting these too. So they start off telling us something we already know from a few days ago. You'll be able to claim all of your destroyed vehicles at once at Moors Mutual. That's obviously awesome. But they also tell us that if a vehicle is destroyed in a contact mission, it will be free to claim from Moors Mutual instead of having to pay for it now, which is good. Again, they tell us something we already knew. We'll be able to add custom description tags for garages to make it easier to find where all of our cars are. But then they give us something new again by telling us that we can now select cars from individual floors in our Eclipse Boulevard garage, which is nice. We've always been able to do that with the CEO offices, so good to see it's coming to this one too. Pressing right on the D-pad will engage stealth mode on the new F-160 Raiju plane, so that's the name of the new jet. So now we also know it will definitely have stealth mode as well as VTOL, so it says vertical takeoff and landing will now move to the left analog stick with L3 or LS, depending if you're on Xbox or PlayStation. Holding the left analog stick down when flying all VTOL aircraft will switch it in and out of VTOL. So that's moving from the stealth button to a different button, because I believe this is the first vehicle that will have both VTOL and stealth modes, so Rockstar kinda had to make that change. The next feature is really good. Now, the Kasaka submarine already kind of had this unofficially, but now Rockstar will be adding a re-request option to the MOC, Avenger, and Terabyte. That means it'll be delivered closer to you whenever you request it. This is great because normally you have to return it back to storage, wait for that to be done. Sometimes there's a timer as well, then you need to request it closer to you again. It's just really annoying. This will save everyone a lot of time, and we can just request these service vehicles right next to us more often. I actually really like this next one. I think this is underrated. Additional filters for race types when browsing the jobs menu, because now when you just go look at selecting races, it's just a massive list. So hopefully by segmenting these up, people will easily be able to tell which race they want to do, and hopefully that actually makes more people play races, because it's kind of hard to find a lot of races these days. We then see, again, we already knew this, that the Eudora and the Classic Broadway will be eligible for taxi work if you have the taxi liveries for them. And here's a big one. Lesser used vehicles will be removed from in-game websites to streamline the browsing process. These vehicles will be made available via event showrooms, the Lucky Wheel, and other places. So Rockstar is removing a lot of vehicles from GTA Online. How do we feel about this? I mean, look, I understand what they're saying. Okay, it will make the websites look a lot better. They're pretty cluttered at the moment. But man, genuinely not letting people buy certain vehicles anymore? Ay. I don't know. I don't know, Rockstar. We'll have to wait and see how they do it and how often these vehicles actually come back. If they come back very, very often, then maybe this will be okay. But, you know, if they only come back a couple times a year, I don't think this will be a good change. Now we move into the gameplay updates, and some of these have me scratching my head, man. Mainly this first one. There's a new register as a boss option in the interaction menu, which merges both SecuroServe and the Motorcycle Club. Now here's the thing, right? They didn't actually clarify if they'll be removing SecuroServe and Motorcycle Club options, or if this will just be a third option that combines them both. If this is a third option that, you know, combines both of these two and maybe gives you new things to do, just makes it easier, awesome. But if this removes the ability to start up a SecuroServe or removes the ability to start up a Motorcycle Club, not good. If you're unaware, whenever you set yourself up as a Motorcycle Club president, that allows all of your Motorcycle Club businesses to be rated. So with your Cash Factory, for example, it won't get rated unless you're set up as a Motorcycle Club president. So a lot of players just run around as a SecuroServe for 99% of the time so that their businesses can fill up without getting rated, and then switch to Motorcycle Club whenever they want to sell those businesses. This will be very, very, very interesting to see what Rockstar does. This next one is a good one though. A buy all option when purchasing body armor at Ammunition, and hopefully this includes your agency armory too, but they didn't say that, hopefully. And rank requirements for body armor are also removed. Awesome. The next one is great as well. Body armor will be restocked after quick restarting a mission, matching the same body armor levels as when first entering the lobby. That's very important because they made this change for snacks about a year ago, but not for body armor. So whenever you restarted, you would get your full snacks again, but you would have lost all of your body armor. So good to see they're fixing that. When equipping body armor via the weapon wheel, the type of body armor used will be relative to how much damage the player has taken. So that's good, but I think most of us just use super heavy armor anyway, so I don't know how useful this will be. This one's honestly just more funny than useful. When parachuting or in a free fall, you'll no longer receive phone calls from Tom Connors or English Dave. Hopefully that saves us a few random deaths, so that's funny. The Martin Madrazo dispatch contact missions no longer require multiple players, so you can do these solo. Those are pretty good missions too, so that's nice. There'll be a hold to sprint option in the menu now. We knew that was coming from a few days ago. This next one's a good change. Players will be able to select a name for their acid product, which we've always really been able to do, right? We've always been able to name our acid lab. Maybe we'll actually be able to name the acid specifically now. Anyway, if we do that, we'll receive a 5% sell bonus. So yeah, pretty cool. And finally, for the gameplay updates, rank requirements for daily objectives are going to be removed now. So that's obviously good. Not many people use these anyway, but still good. Alright, balancing updates. These are absolutely huge. This is probably the best part of the video. Let's have a look. Payouts on many collectibles and events, such as buried stashes and treasure chests, will be increased. So we know a lot of the old treasure hunts pay $250,000. Gonna be interesting to see what they pay now. Obviously good for new players. We're also correcting payouts for Gerald's Last Play and a Super Yacht Life upwards by 25%. So the Gerald Last Play and the yacht missions, 25% increase. Rockstar, you could probably add a 0 on the end there and then maybe they would be useful. So yeah, 250% would sound better to me, but I guess we'll take 25. Rebalancing weapons on the Laser Jet and the Hydra Jet in free mode only. So I'm assuming this means that the cannons on the laser are going to be getting a pretty hefty nerf. A lot of tryhards won't be happy about this, but guys, let's be honest, it was kind of a joke. The laser in particular just absolutely destroys anyone that moves, even if they don't move, even if they're hiding, even if they're around corners. It was pretty broken, so interesting to see what Rockstar's gonna do. And finally, in the balancing updates, the orbital cannon can no longer be instantly reset or refunded. This is going to prevent players from being repeatedly targeted. Yes! Boys, we finally made it, man. They're finally doing it. They're changing the orbital cannon. Oh, man. Career progress. This is fascinating. Very interesting to see what they're going to do. Track your criminal activities with career progress. A new feature that displays your progression as you rise through the criminal ranks and establish your empire. This will only be available on the current gen consoles, the PS5 and Xbox X and S, and apparently it'll make it easier for both fresh-faced and veteran players to see all of their accomplishments at a glance. That's awesome. We know they added the career builder last year, but this is a new thing. It's a career progress. Sort of, I guess this is going to be a better way to tell how much a player has done, instead of, you know, just seeing how much money they have in their bank account, checking their KD ratio, that sort of thing. If I have one wish for this, make it very public. Like, make us be able to show off if we have a high rank or a high progress in the career progress. Hopefully, if we are a very high rank, we have a lot more things to show off, right? Like maybe cool liveries for cars, weapon skins. Maybe it even says something above our name, right? That, you know, says that we're a veteran player. Really just giving veteran players any cool way to flex their accomplishments, I feel like is a really good thing at this point in time, because there aren't that many ways to do it in GTA Online when compared to other games. So this is pretty cool, and it has a lot of potential. Unfortunately though, yeah, not coming to PC or last gen, which definitely sucks. And finally, we have creator updates. So for any of you guys that like creating races or death matches or anything like that, you'll be able to add a lot of new props. There's also going to be a snow option and a Halloween option coming later in the year. I'll just put this screenshot here so you can read through them now. I don't think too many people really care about these. There's only a small percentage of the player base that creates things. Rockstar then says we'll be sharing more info soon and detailed patch notes when San Andreas Mercenary launches. So I don't know, are they going to give us more info before it launches too? They say more info soon. That's crazy. This is a lot. This is already 3 news wires from Rockstar about this update. So we'll have to wait and see. If there is one, it'll be on this channel. So subscribe if you haven't already. Hope you're staying safe, and I will see you in the next video. Boys!
Favorite color, money green. Paper. I've been on my grind since I was in the 7th grade. Had my first kid, I was only 17. Always a provider for my pack like Wolverines. But you won't find me on the mountaintop. Need no calculator.